first area that we're going to be focusing on this is at the area, which is one of many areas in charisma, of the voice. And this is so powerful because for the most part, look, I got to be honest with you. If you're out and your voice is just fantastic, people will often just jump over to your table and want to start talking to you. People will feel that great energy coming off of you because there's something to engage with. If your voice isn't working properly, there's just not a lot to engage with. And if you go anywhere loud, which is very common in social environments, let's be honest, people can't even hear you. And it's just absolutely terrible. So as you're watching this, be active in it.
We want to avoid too much air going out. So you have to learn to control the flow. So first off, let's just do like a real quick thing where we're just going to do a completely full exhale. And you're going to let it sort of rebound in, okay? And you'll feel it just kind of almost rebound in as it fills up. Now, I want you to feel like not like you're pushing air from the diaphragm, but it's just like a squeezing below the navel, okay? So here's one thing that we can do. It's basically you want to keep the the diaphragm from coming up too fast. So one thing that I was taught was to start with, again, either number one, this sort of like sipping through a straw. Imagine you're sipping air through a straw. Just do it right now. Like that's the rate that you want to control your breath. Basically, you want to manage it as a resource. Okay? So now doing it out, instead we're going to do like a snake going sa, right? Try to maintain a similar airflow. All right? Sa, right? The idea being that as you're doing the hissing and it changes to the vowel, you don't want it to collapse on the vowel. All right? So we can do it. We can do it any vowel. Let's go through the vowels. So let's do E, C, right? So, right? Su, right? Sigh, right? So you want to maintain this breath control. All right? So here's the thing. That same level of inhalation or exhalation, it won't actually it's not actually going to tire out the vocal cords, and it's not going to tire out your throat. So another thing that we can do is we can do a whispered ah. So let's do that. You're like, ah, right? So that's the level of breath you want to be projecting. Now, you might ask yourself, well, if I'm not pushing that air, how am I going to talk to them back there? Right? So first, let's try to do it again, and let's just do the vowels. Let's do A, but I want you to do it without pushing air to the back. A. Can you hear him back there? Yay or boo? Okay, next.
They're all boo.
Right, so now what we want to do is learn how to project without pushing the air. Right, obviously. Let's talk about different sort of what we call onsets. All right, so there's three different kinds of onsets that we talk about. We're talking about voice. The first is what's called glottal onset. Now, a glottal onset is like, it's a very statico type of tone production. So what would an example of statico glottal onset be? It would be like this. Oh, 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 oh. Right? Oh, 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 oh. In fact, let's all do that. Oh, 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 oh. Right? Right? So it's something like Primate House or something. So but it's very like, like oi, 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 right? And so then, look, the opposite of that, you have what's called an aspirant onset, right? So glottal onset, basically the chords are together when it starts, and then they go, oh, like that. Aspirant onset, it starts off, they're apart, and they really come together very gently. All right, so that's, you ever watch that documentary series Planet Earth? You know, David Attenborough, that famous presenter, he talks with a very aspirant onset, right? It's very breathy. It's like, this young gecko is learning to navigate the wilds of Madagascar, right? Like, and so it's a very breathy onset. Now, when would that be useful? Yeah, if it's trying to be a more intimate situation. Glottal onset can be useful when? if you're trying to get someone's attention, right? If they're moving quickly, you want to get their attention. You want to cut through the noise very, very sharply, but it's not a very pleasant sound. So what we want to do is we want to learn what we call a simultaneous onset. So with simultaneous onset, basically, like say A in a glottal onset. Hey, hey. Okay. Now, how would you do that in an aspirant onset? Instead of the A, you put an H on the front, and you say, hey. Right. So try that right now. Hey. Like let's do A. Hey. And then hey. Hey. Right. So it's an aspirant. It's not an aspirate. It's a simultaneous onset. So from there, what we want to do is we also want to be mindful of positive tonality versus dominant tonality. Now, this is very important too, especially when you're going out meeting people. You want to avoid what we call traditionally what? We used to call it a rapport-seeking tonality. Who knows that? What is rapport-seeking tonality? But what is the key characteristic of it? Yeah, it has a tendency to go up in a kind of a questioning manner at the end. So it's like, hey, how's it going? Can I join the fun?
Our old buddy Brad would go, loud and attractive. And he would just do that as a joke as the moths come to the flame. But there's a way to do it where, because if you're forcing it, it sounds compensatory. Is that the word? I could ask you. Compensatory. So if you're doing it now I'm speaking to a huge crowd. If you do it as compensation, it doesn't work. It has to come across loose. And what that voice signifies is, hey guys, guess what? It's on. We're open for business. I'm at the top of the mating hierarchy, or at least I have agreements with the other males that everything's okay. So I can be charismatic, I can be loose, I can project. We're okay to mate. Whereas this other vocal thing is basically saying, don't kill me. Don't get me killed.
Now, when you're speaking, what is it? It's a collection of what? Vowel sounds peppered in with various consonants, diphthongs, right? So, can you sing a consonant? No. I mean, there's a couple you sort of can, like N, M, like Z, like there's certain ones you can sort of hum, but generally you're stringing together vowel sounds and you're punctuating with various consonants that create words. So one thing to understand is how various vowel sounds resonate in your actual oral cavity, if you will, on the palate. So what are the more forward vowel sounds? E, like do E right now, everyone. E. Can you feel that that's like right? It's like right up here. It's like right up here. What's the next one back? I. Right. It's like E, A, You feel that? E, A, So when you're doing and you're doing those lower vowels, you don't want to swallow the vowels. Right? You don't want to swallow the vowels. So instead, what I'd like people to think, what I've been taught, is you want to think of it resonating off of the hard palate. Okay? So what does that mean? So right now, imagine you're yawning right now. Like, you feel how it kind of raises up right behind, and you can feel this with your tongue. Like, if you feel right behind your teeth, and then go back, you feel how the palate goes like this. It goes up, like that. Can you feel that right now in your mouth? Okay? You want to think about bouncing the vowels off of that so you're not swallowing the back ones. All right? So in fact, let's do an and I want you each to do it and think of bouncing it off of that hard palate and not swallowing the vowel. So do but not with a glottal onset. Let's do it with a simultaneous onset. So well, no, just him. Just do it. Okay, next. Okay. That was more of an Let's do an like lower. Like you're like someone asks you a question and you're guilty. Like, did you steal the thing? You're like, right? Same thing. Next. Yeah, so again, think about bouncing it off. All right? So, and again, this is all going to layer on top of each other. We're getting to the home plate here. Next thing, you got to think about how you're articulating your words as well. Because you notice when we're up here, we have a tendency to articulate every single word that we say, so it makes it clearer to those in the back who might not be able to hear it or understand it if we were muddying the words. So there's a couple little things you can use to practice this. Tongue twisters, a lot of actors and stuff use these. What's a common one? Red leather, yellow leather. Say that 5 times fast. Ready? Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Okay, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Another one is toy boat. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. So you're kind of like getting your tongue and the muscles here ready to actually articulate. So this brings us to the last point here, which is what we call ring. You guys ever heard of this concept of ring or singer's formant? Anyone ever heard of that? Anyone here a singer? No? A couple guys? So basically, this is the quality that enables opera singers to project in a large amphitheater without the help or the assistance of amplification. So with ring, this is kind of the secret trick that allows you to not push your air, but still project to the back. So what is it? Well, I want you to think of it like this. In your neck, around your vocal cords, there's a ring of muscle, okay? And it's called the aryepiglottic sphincter, LOL. So what this does is it pinches, it also brings the epiglottis down. So if you're like, eating some like powdered donuts or something, you're not going to inhale the powder. You should never inhale powder. I know you guys in LA like to do that. But up in the hills or whatever, the parties. So, but again, it'll shut that down. But what we could use it for is a way to sort of focus the voice. So think of your voice. If you're just talking, you're just talking in a normal tone of voice like this. Basically, it's as though you have a hose on. And the hose, if you turn the hose on, it goes like that, right? The water comes out, it just flows out. Now what happens if you pinch the hose? It'll come out with more pressure. So we want to think of squeezing that aryepiglottic sphincter around your vocal cords and using it to kind of focus your voice as a laser beam to the back. So we can practice this right now by sort of doing a quick little exercise. You guys ever heard, you guys know The Simpsons, right? Yeah. What's like the kid that laughs at everyone? Nelson. Yeah, what does he say? Ha ha, ha ha. So like do it like that. Like nya, nya, right? So that's an extreme example of squeezing it. So it's going to be very, like, you're not expending much like breath energy doing that, are you? Nya. Like almost none. Nya, 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 right? But what's the drawback of that? It sounds ridiculous, right? It sounds awful. Like it's not super pleasant. Although, by the way, if you are in like a very loud nightclub environment and there's a lot of bass there, you can actually take it kind of extreme like that. You can kick your pitch up and really pinch it really hard, and it will cut through the bass, and it'll enable people to hear you. It won't sound like that in the club. It won't sound as obnoxious because the bass is sort of canceling it out. But you can be like, hey guys, how's it going? You can really pierce through like that. But that's obviously not ideal for like an average situation like this. So what we want to do, we want to start off, nya, and then like slowly bring it down until it sounds normal. So if I'm like, nya, na, 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 hey, how's it going, right? Hey, so basically we're bringing it all together. You're keeping it loose up here. This is where it starts. Your posture is upright. You're not holding tension. You're aware of your breath expenditure. You're aware of how your vowels are coming out and bouncing them off that hard palate. And then the last sort of, again, this is just tone production. We can get into expressiveness later. He's really alluding to that a lot. Okay? And that's the second component. Right now, we're just talking about vocal tone production. This is just pure tone production. Then there's like things like emotional variance, conviction, stuff like that. That has to be laid on top of this. Okay? So now, let's kind of practice hitting the back. So let me just do it normal. Like if I'm trying to hit the back, I'm like, A, versus a piercing, A. You hear the difference? How it just sounds more attractive. It's more resonant. It sounds like a more musical tone, a more pleasant harmonic tone. If I go, hey, that's pushing air. If I go, hey, that's using ring. Okay? So I want you to bring it all together, use ring, and hit the back. Pinch that. Like again, bring it up. First go, nya, nya. Okay, now bring, louder, more. Nya. Okay? Now bring it down so it was less like Nelson from The Simpsons. You're still pinching it. Think of it like you're like a laser beam that's going to go to the back. Right to the back. A. A. Okay, pinch it more. A. Bounce it off the hard palate. A. 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 Again. A. Can he pinch it more? Yeah. When you think about, like, again, like that hose, and you're just pinching it so it's going to go to the back. Okay, boom. A. Better. If you want to add a little more, Aaron, I think you can. We can just do this for like 2 hours. It's the remainder of this.
At a certain point, we're just doing this for our own entertainment, basically.
Okay, why don't you try it? E. E. E.
E. E. Points I want to point out too. The more that you can be congruent to who you are, the better received you're going to be. But you have to be able to express with expansiveness while staying congruent. And that's why Jeff is trying to help you to get this technique down so you have a step-by-step thing of what to do, as opposed to, you know, what I can sometimes be guilty of, where I'm just like, be expressive and authentic, you know, and you're like, okay, cool. So we're trying to give you some exact step-by-step.
If it's too high, it's unpleasant. If it's too low, you lose the ring, right? So instead of the nyeh, let's just do hello, and do it like really obnoxious ring first, like hello, 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 right?
Hello.
Higher, tighter.
Hello.
Well, you're pushing. See, I can see you physically pushing the air. You're like, okay. We want to find that sweet spot for you. So we're gonna hit it at hello, where it's obnoxious, like hello, hello,
hello.
Okay, hello,
hello,
hello. Hello. And a little bit down. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, let's try it again. So follow me. Right, like, I'll do it first. Like, I'll do it and I'll find where I lose the ring. Okay? Hello. 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 See, I lose the ring there. And then you want to bring it back up. So hello. 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 Hello, guys. How's it going? So that's where my ring is like good, but not obnoxious.
How do I make it congruent?
So, well, here's the thing. We'll focus on that later. But let's just try to hit that sweet spot of where you still have ring, but it's not so high that it sounds grating, right? So it's like hello.
Hello.
Okay, a little bit lower. Hello.
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 Hello. Stop this blink shit, bro. Just stop, please.
I'm trying.
No, just don't do it.
All right.
Let's bring it up again. Hello.
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 I think that's where he has ring there, right? So now from there to say, hi guys, how's it going?
Hi guys, how's it going?
It's pretty good actually. Can you hear him in the back? Pretty good. And the thing about that, and the thing about that, it sounds very natural. Like you said, he was putting on a character. That sounded like I was speaking with the whole person, you know, not from behind this wall of, stifledness, essentially. So much of this stuff is just getting out of your own way. Find the ring, and then so let's do it really high again. Hello.
Hello.
Higher, more obnoxious.
Hello.
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 Right, and then down a little bit. Hello.
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 Hello, guys. How's it going?
Hello, guys. How's it going?
Okay. What do you think is lacking there? There's something that's a little lacking. Let's try it again. Let's do a sentence. Let's be, hey guys, how's it going?
Hey guys, how's it going?
So I think, what do you think? I think he's lacking there is a little bit of resonance, right? So I want you to, again, keep the same level of ring. You could maybe even push a little bit more air, but then think about bouncing that, again, keep the jaw loose.
And also relax. This thing that you're doing where you're, okay, see, I love that you're looking at my boy Jeff like the way I wish a woman would look at me. And then you're like this, right? You look like that guy at the laundromat who's in a new country and kind of scared, justifiably, by the way, and is just like that, okay? Okay, stop. Stop. Okay? If you're spoken to by Jeff or myself, don't just jump into our reality like a submissive, like a little subby, okay? Otherwise, I got to break out the mask. I got to get the whip. We're just going to do it, bro. So what I want you to do instead, I mean, if we're going to do it, then let's do it. But otherwise, if we're not going to do it and we're going to be here as peers, I want you to, like, if I say something to you, you don't need to be this kind of polar responder who's more concerned with looking alpha than having everybody enjoy the exercise. So I love that about what you're doing, because sometimes you get a guy up here and he's trying to look too cool, which he's making it too much about him and not about the group and kind of going along with the exercise. Like, if I'm on stage as a student, I'll definitely go along with the exercise and follow the teacher's lead. I'm not trying to out alpha the teacher to make some annoying point about my status. That's not about the group, and that's insecure. There's a time to let somebody lead. Otherwise, you're just insecure. You're a poser. But so I love that. But I want you to get used to it. This is for all of you. Get accustomed to staying in your own reality around high status or attractive, or both, often they're tied, attractive high status people. Stay in your own reality, and don't make it where every time, let's say that it was a beautiful person talking to you, don't just be every word they say, don't just be like that. It's going to kill you. Not going to kill you, but it's going to kill your attraction, your chemistry. So just stay in your reality and be like, awesome, you know, right? Like, thanks, like a real thanks, like thank you. There's a way of saying thank you that doesn't lower your status and doesn't lower the other person's status, where we can all have status together, so to speak. It's a more collaborative kind of frame. So say that you say something, like say that Jeff were to say, oh, and do this. I'm going to follow with what Jeff is saying. I'm going to go, got it. You know, awesome. Thanks. Or just, okay. And then I'm going to do it. But what I don't want to do is go, okay? So stay within your reality.
Yeah, but what he said before he launched into that whole bit was like, be loose, because that's another big thing too. If the jaw's not loose and the whole body's not loose, it's not going to resonate as well. All right, so you want to bring the larynx down enough so you still got some ring. Bounce those vowels off of the hard palate and imagine shooting it like a beam to the back. So let's try it again. First, let's do like hello,
Hello.
hello,
Hello.
hello,
Hello.
hello,
Hello.
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 Right, where did you lose the ring? So let's bring it back up. Hello,
Hello.
hello,
Hello.
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 Okay, I think that's where your ring is. So now, boom, again, loose, bounce the vowel off here, and then shoot to the back with pinching the area epiglotic sphincter. So again, let's do it like this. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Okay, do it a little more resonant. Try to do it a little deeper, a little bit deeper, slightly deeper. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Wait, okay, here's one thing, one tweak we can make. Imagine you want to shoot your voice through the back wall.
Hey guys, how's it going?
What do you think, guys? Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Okay, now lower the ring a little bit. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey guys, how's it going?
That was it. That was. Yeah, that
He's
was.
gonna reproduce. He's gonna reproduce. That means we're gonna be making some money off his kids. In 20 years, we're gonna make money from his kids. He's gonna have a kid.
That was the touchdown right there.